we're going to get into the problem with just following our emotions and just thinking that when we're dating somebody that it's truly love, even though it may not, even because when you date somebody, your love tank tends to be full because everything, it tends to be a new experience and tends to add to the excitement of things. And as I covered yesterday, we all desire to be intimately known and loved, and that can be exciting. And he talks in the book that the eternality of love, of the in love experience, is fiction, not fact. The average lifespan of a romantic obsession is 2 years. So unless we really get to know the person and decide to love them, the emotional and just the emotional high and excitement of it will only last 2 years. And so I believe that's why so many marriages end up failing. Not that I'm any expert, it's just you meet somebody and the excitement, and not that you dislike them, you truly do feel like you love them, and you might, but the reality hasn't set in yet. And so for the first 2 years, and then you might give it a little bit longer in marriage, things are fun. He goes on to talk about that the euphoria of the in-love state gives us the illusion that we have an intimate relationship. We feel that we belong to each other. We believe we can conquer all problems. We feel altruistic toward each other. As one young man said about his fiancée, "I can't conceive of doing anything to hurt her. My only desire is to make her happy. I would do anything to make her happy." Such obsession gives us the false sense that our egocentric attitudes have been eradicated and we have become sort of a Mother Teresa, willing to give anything for the benefit of our lover. The reason we can do that so freely is that we sincerely believe that our lover feels the same way towards us. We believe that they are committed to meeting our needs, that they love us as much as we love them and would never do anything to hurt us. That thinking is fanciful, not that we are insincere in what we think and feel, but we are unrealistic. We fail to reckon that the reality of human nature, by nature, we are egocentric. Our world revolves around us. None of us is totally altruistic. The euphoria of the in-love experience only gives us that illusion. Once the experience of falling in love has run its natural course, remember the average love experience is 2 years, we will return to the world of reality and begin to assert ourselves. He will express his desires, but his desires will be different from hers. He wants sex, but she's too tired. He dreams of buying a new car, but she flatly says, "We can't afford it." She would like to visit her parents, but he says, "I don't like spending so much time with your family." Little by little, the illusion of intimacy evaporates, and the individual desires, emotions, thoughts, and behavior patterns assert themselves. They are two individuals. Their minds have not melded together, and their emotions mingled only briefly in the ocean of love. And that's when the Bible talks about a man and a woman shall become one. It's the melding of the minds, not just, as Gary Chapman talks about, their emotions mingling in the ocean of love. And so often after this time, they think they chose wrong, and so they think they'll find another one, and then the cycle starts over again. But sadly, the success rate of second and third marriages is worse than first marriages. And so he says the way to overcome this is we can recognize the in-love experience for what it was, a temporary emotional high, and now pursue real love with our spouse. That kind of love is emotional in nature, but not obsessional. It is a love that unites reason and emotion. It involves an act of the will and requires discipline, and it recognizes the need for personal growth. Our most basic emotional need is not to fall in love, but to be genuinely loved by another. To know a love that grows out of reason and choice, not instinct. I need to be loved by someone who chooses to love me, who sees something in me worth loving. That kind of love requires effort and discipline. It is a choice to expend energy in an effort to benefit the other person, knowing that if his or her life is enriched by your effort, you too will find a sense of satisfaction, the satisfaction of having genuinely loved another. true love cannot begin until the in love experience has run its course. So I just hope that's some encouragement to you that, that the in love experience will fade, but that there can be true, genuine love after that. And really, true, genuine love begins after that. And so, um, if you're struggling in your marriage and think it's not, it's not right, that it just takes self discipline and courage and just the choice to say I'm going to love them, and just to learn about them, and say, the emotional high was fun, but what did you choose that person for? Think of all the good qualities they have, and lean into those. So even in the face of reality, you can have a marriage that you really want and that you're proud of and that others look up to. And I hope this has been an encouragement and a blessing to you. Until tomorrow.